Colin Mayer. That's what I'm helping. So.
What happened in the Onder race, in your opinion?
It all boiled down to, we had a pretty good strategy. I thought we needed to hold our media market, St. Louis media market, because he was the only candidate basically over there. We needed to break even up in the north end of the district. And then we needed to have the western side kind of split out between Brock, Danny, and Blaine, and get what we could get. That strategy played out pretty well, with the exception of one problem. On the western side of the state, we had probably the higher voter turnout statewide. And I think it was because you had Kenny, who was a congressman for years there, and Sarah, who was a senator in that media market, and people just turned out in droves to vote for that governor's race, which helped Blaine, because Blaine did very well over there. In St. Louis and the St. Louis media market, we had the lowest voter turnout. Nobody could project it that low. So while we won our area, Blaine won his area, which we expected, and we kind of split out up north. We just didn't get enough votes in our area to overcome it. And I think Sarah was unknown, or not as well known, in the St. Louis media market, and then Kenny was not as well known over there either. He hadn't spent a lot. He had never had to campaign in that market that much. It's an expensive market, so he hadn't spent a lot of time over there. So the voter turnout was so low there in the end that we just come up short.
Do you think that the fact that I think Luke DeMeyer won by 13 points, does that sort of, have people told you that has sort of tarnished your reputation as a political consultant?
Well, I think anytime you're a political consultant and you lose, it's not good. And when you win, it is good. There's a lot of things that go into winning or losing that are beyond your control. Obviously, when you win, you take credit for all of it and say you were a genius. And, when you lose, you take the blame. So, I do think that we raised, we got him over 800 donors. We raised more money than any other person in that race. Blaine had to put a lot of money personally in to win that sucker.
Now, do you think that Luke DeMeyer can beat Judy Baker?
Yeah, it's a 56% seat. So, I think, unless the National Party comes in a big way, and the Republicans wouldn't, if the Democrats wouldn't, the Republicans wouldn't, then you could get that seat dicey. But, a 56% seat, it's not the same seat that people think it was before redistricting. There's a lot of territory in the South and East that makes that a much more stronger Republican seat, and Obama will not run strong in that district. I don't know if you've seen some. I haven't seen any specific numbers, but I can't imagine him. He's going to have a hard time breaking 40% probably up there. And keep in mind, Kenny's on top of the ticket, and you have to assume Kenny's going to do good in that seat, so that's got to help Blaine.
On overall, Paul LeVote has been talking a lot about taking the House. The Democrats can.